Namaskar. Today we have gathered here for Sankalp of Adhivaktas in AMRIT KAAL. So let us start with Sankalp of honesty, Sankalp of truth, Sankalp of hard work, Sankalp of perseverance, Sankalp of kindness, Sankalp of helping the downtrodden, the poor, the needy, and Sankalp to follow the path of righteousness. When we will work hard with honesty and sincerity, Amrit Kaal for all of you and the nation will definitely be there. One of the things which we all of us talk about is corruption, which we know plagues our society so much. People feel so bad when they have to visit anywhere and things don't work the way they should. Who are those people with whom we deal with when we are visiting any organization? They are the people from amongst us, from the society. So it is not problem of any organization, it's the problem of the society. So let us take Sankalp to work hard with honesty, truthfulness, and that will be the Amrit Kaal for our nation. When we are able to eradicate corruption from the ground level and are able to live in a society where we know people do their work dutifully. That's what is the Amrit Kaal of the society and of the nation. So I would say that let us work and discharge our duties diligently. And when you will love your country and your countrymen, that will be our Amrit Kaal. Advocates have a great tool in their hands. One of them is, like of course, which I just said, the Sankalp of helping the needy, the poor, the downtrodden. So legal aid is one of the very important tools which is now there in all the courts, be it High Court, Supreme Court or the district courts. Legal aid for the poor who are not able to themselves have access to the judicial system. This is where the advocates step in. When advocates take up matters of the legal aid, they are not only helping the poor people, but also helping in establishing a just system in our society. So I would request that more and more of lawyers should work towards legal aid so that the society in general is benefited from it. So let us take that Sankalp. Another important tool, what we see now is mediation. There are mediation centers which are now set up in all the courts. When people come to court, believe me, we all know, as lawyers as well as judges, no one is happy coming to court. They're all suffering when they come to court. So there are many disputes like family disputes. We see families fighting with each other for property, etc., which you feel is a degeneration of the society. But as lawyers, if we step in and refer more matters to mediation and actively participate in mediation, we can do so much in establishing that love and affection in the society, so that our brother and sister do not fight for the property in the court, rather they embrace each other and remember that Rakhi or being a brother and sister is not just having equal property rights in the property of your parents, but love and affection towards each other. Because when we say there's love in the family, that love will automatically translate into the society. So as lawyers, we should try to solve as many cases as possible through the process of mediation also. So that's another sankalp which the lawyers must take. Another important tool which we have in the courts is the public interest litigations. There are so many issues which are there in the society which are brought forth through the medium of public interest litigations. And there are so many lawyers who I see file cases in their own names as a public interest litigant, which is so heartening. So, yes, as lawyers, we must realize that it's an important tool in your hand that you can make a difference in the society to bring forth all the issues which are important for the society, be it unauthorized construction or be it banning of gaming sites, etc., apps, etc., or any other issue which we feel must be sorted. It's the lawyers who have the power and authority to just bring that change in the society. So, as lawyers, you must realize you have a very, very important responsibility. You are not any ordinary citizen. The people in the society look upon you. They look upon you for guidance. Guidance for not only justice, but also for setting an example that how a person should be. So therefore, when you step out of your homes, just don't underestimate yourself. Lawyers are powerful people. So any word said by a lawyer, any action done by a lawyer, it is noticed by the whole of the society. So in fact, lawyers are like beacons in the society who guide the society, inspire the society. So always remember your role, that it's a big responsibility that you have in the society. You're not ordinary citizens. Lawyers are much above that. They are not only holders of the society, but they also ensure that people are guided through. So when I said sankalp of kindness, as a lawyer, one must be kind. Kind to your clients, because like I said, when people come to the lawyers, they are suffering. So be kind to the clients, because this is something which we really need in the society. Hatred, cruelty is something which we all should shun. So with kindness comes love, and if we establish love in the society, our society would have that AMRIT KAAL, our nation will have that AMRIT KAAL. So this is the sankalp for the lawyers, and this is how the AMRIT KAAL of the nation would be established. So like we say, advocates play a very crucial role in the fabric of the society. They are the backbone of our legal system, and their contributions extend far beyond the courtroom. So when it comes to law as a profession, undeniably, it's an expansive field with many people's contribution to it all around the world. And I would say it is one of the most difficult career paths, because it requires complex thinking, reasoning, contemplation as part of the process, or for policy making, or simply representing a client and fighting on their behalf in the court of law. So an advocate owes a duty to his client, but also to the court, to assist the court to the best of their ability in the administration of justice. The legal profession is considered to be a learned profession, because a legal practitioner is required to be familiar with all the branches of the human knowledge, as he or she is required to deal with every topic under the sun. So the practice of this profession requires constant study and learning throughout one's career, and there's no escape for it. So let us take a sankalp to be students for life, and students of not only theoretical knowledge, but knowledge of the practical difficulties which a which every person in the society is facing. So let us have that Sankalp that we'll be mindful of what is happening around us, be kind to the people around us, because as lawyers, as I said, you have great responsibility. And it is the lawyers who ultimately would bring in the AMRIT KAAL of the nation. And it cannot be denied that advocates serve as a link between the law and the public, translating dense legal language into simple terms that anybody can understand. They are the voice of the reason, guaranteeing the rule of law and the administration of justice. So advocates play a very critical role in opposing unjust law and arguing for the rights of the oppressed. The societal image of the advocates is deeply rooted in their pivotal contribution to the legal system and pursuit of a just society. In the tapestry of India's history, numerous leaders have helped our nation. The role of advocates cannot be discussed without noting the historical contributions of the lawyers in the freedom struggle. In our freedom movement, many of the prominent freedom fighters were all lawyers by profession, who used their legal knowledge to save many nationalists and revolutionaries from the clutches of the British. Mahatma Gandhiji led India's freedom battle alongside country's most illustrious lawyers like our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first President and the Chairman of the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first Governor General, Shri C. Rajagopalachari. They were all eminent lawyers. So yes, lawyers do have a big responsibility on their shoulders. And speaking about the contributions made by the incredible personalities, especially the lawyers, it cannot be denied that in India we have a rich history of women who have contributed to the society in various fields, and the legal profession is no exception. The work of women lawyers have been inspiring, and as well as the judiciary. Their contributions have been instrumental in creating a more just and equitable society. Women have also advocated for laws and policies that protect women's rights, leading to the creation of laws such as the Domestic Violence Act, the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, and the Maternity Benefits Act, amongst others. So all these advocates, the women especially, serve as a link between the people and the justice, especially where women are concerned. And I may just mention one of them at least. One of the many pioneers in the legal field, it was Justice Fatima Bibi. She started her career as an advocate and later on became the first woman judge to be appointed to the Supreme Court of India in the year 1989. In a career span of over 5 decades, she made significant contributions to the legal profession and the society. She was the first woman Chief Justice of a state high court, Himachal Pradesh High Court. And she also served as the 15th Law Commission and advocated for the rights of the daughters over ancestral property under the Hindu Succession Act of 1956. So therefore, all the women who are present here, I encourage all of you to come forward, work hard, and take your space under the sun, which you truly deserve. And on the topic of women, I would say that even today, the drop rate of women in the profession of law is very, very high. As young advocates, when all these young women enter into the profession, you see all of them with twinkling eyes and waiting to just spread their wings probably. But down the line, sometimes after their marriage or after their kids, the drop rate is very high as far as the women advocacy is concerned. So I would beseech each and every one present here to give all support to the women advocates, so that they continue with their profession and they continue to live their dreams. So when the women of our country and also the women lawyers are able to live their dreams, That will be the AMRIT KAAL of our nation. And well, I can only say, as lawyers, be good human beings, live your life with principles. Because when there are principles in life, life is easy to live. Be simple at heart, be simple in your habits. Because as lawyers, as I just said, you are a student for life. And the people just look upon the advocates. If people have any problem, the only place they want to go is to court for getting justice. And as judges, unless and until there is good assistance from the lawyers, the dispensation of justice cannot be there. So, therefore, as lawyers, when you are appearing before the court, read your files. Do not come unprepared. That's one. Second, know your facts and know your law. And make pointers, which are the best 3-5 points in your case. Have those pointers ready and present them to the court in a very scientific manner, so that no points are missed out. And it is not that your performance is being seen. It's not your performance, it's the life of your client which is at stake many a times. So therefore, do not take your role lightly. It's a very serious job. Be prepared with your briefs, because it is not that you have to show your performance to the judges. And let me tell you, it is not that it's the face value of a lawyer or the volume of a lawyer's voice that matters. It is what is it in your file, and what is it that you want to convey to the judge that matters. So therefore, be fearless when you stand before the court of law, because you're standing before the court of law not for yourself, but for all those people who want justice. So therefore, be fearless. And so take the Sankalp of fearlessness. And I congratulate each and every one of you who's present here. And we all hope that we make our society into a beautiful society, a loving society, a society where we work with honesty, dignity, and we respect each other. And we always say that before love comes respect. So respect for each other, respect for human beings. Today, nowadays, many people take the cause of animals, but I would say also take the cause of human beings, because human beings also need love. So let us take the Sankalp of giving love to the human beings. Thank you. Jai Hind.